All right, this is the Monday, September 22nd, 2025 meeting of the Franklin Public Library Board of Trustees meeting. It is 6:03 p.m. Roll call, Maria Imp, that's me. Annie Oklubgia.
Present.
Amanda Pound. Christopher Dahl.
Here.
Terrence Barris.
Here.
Lauren Rosso.
Here.
Alan Alexandrovitz.
Here.
Mike Karolevitz.
Here.
And Jason Craig. I think
He's
he is excused.
He's got a lot of budget.
Yes, yes. So that is an excused tonight, okay? And the next item on the agenda is approval of last month's minutes, which was the August 25th, 2025 meeting.
This one is.
Yep. Just pull it out, slide it out a little bit.
Any questions about the minutes from last month's meeting?
I make a motion to approve them as written.
Second. That was Mike and Alan. Any other questions about those? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstained?
should abstain.
Okay,
If I wasn't here, should I abstain?
you should, yeah, sure.
Abstain.
So we have two abstentions, Annie. Sorry, Lauren and Amanda. Sorry. I know, see? Okay. So Lauren and Amanda. Okay.
All right.
All right. Moving right on, no visitors to the Finance Committee. Take it away, Alan.
Okay, I'm looking for,
There it comes.
oh, okay, I'm gonna go for it anyway. I'm looking for approval of Fund 15 invoices in the amount of $7,393.60.
I so move.
I second. So that was Annie and Maria. Any questions about those vouchers or those invoices? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstained? Motion carries.
And I'm looking for a motion to approve the two Fund 16 invoices for a total of $2,577.24.
I so move.
I second.
That was Annie and Amanda. Okay, any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstained? Motion carries. All right.
Okay, Treasurer's report.
Yes.
As I was going through the financials, I didn't see anything out of the norm at all. So
Excellent.
if you caught it, great. That August report is 66.58% of the year. Our revenue from Fund 15 so far is 97.17% of the budget. Investment income is still strong. Total expenditures are 59.6% of the budget, running well below the 66.58%. In Fund 16, our revenue is 71.26% of the budget, and the expenditures are 52.11% of the budget. All expenditures were as anticipated, and the cash register report was
Was.
perfect as expected.
Expected. I do have one question.
Figured.
Are you ready for it, or did you want to?
No, go for it.
Were you done? I can
Done.
never remember. Okay.
Well,
Why?
yes and no,
Okay.
because the only other thing to talk
Is the
about is
budget.
the credit card report.
Oh. Oh, go ahead and do that.
And again, nothing looked out of the ordinary. The volunteer recognition was like the biggest number out there at $878. But for the number of people that we had there, I didn't think that was out of the norm.
Alrighty.
And that was it.
Good, good, good. I should know this, but
Okay.
I have to keep asking this because I keep forgetting. Why does it look to me like we're paying all of our contractors out of Fund 16 first?
We do, those are
Is that-
performers.
Oh, we have had no other contractor cost in the next,
No,
in
because
the
it's
last.
under, because
it's under-
dust free is gone.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Because what? I'm sorry.
Dust
Dust
free
free.
is gone.
Dust free was the
that's right,
only-
okay.
So I do forget that, see, I forget that performers are contractors.
It only gets worse as you get older.
I keep asking. All right, so were you done with the treasurer's report?
Yes, I was.
Okay, well, good news. Business, the first agenda item under business is the mayor's recommended budget. So that is on pages 16 to 18. It's very recognizable because it has a yellow stripe down
Yeah,
the
that
middle
was
of
my, so I could
addition.
see it.
Yeah, no, that's helpful, so,
Has nothing with being a coward.
no.
Big yellow stripe.
You want me to take it
I was
away?
gonna say,
Or do you want to take it away?
Yep.
The big unknown
for it.
is going to be, at the top for revenue and Fund 15 is gonna be library reciprocal borrowing. I don't know, 58,000 was what we put
Mm,
as a placeholder, because that's roughly what we've gotten, right around that number is what we got in the last couple of years. Within like 5,000 or so.
So was
that's-
that number supposed to be decreasing though?
Yeah.
Year after year?
Well,
And
they
so-
supposed to
say,
be.
but, you know, we've had healthy numbers, I think, of people using our library.
Okay.
From other communities, that's
Okay.
kept it higher.
So
So,
I
yeah,
guess
they
we'll
did,
see.
I mean, they did warn us that it was gonna go down, but,
Right. Okay,
so we'll see what this number's year, I will get those numbers in early October, because the reciprocal borrowing numbers go from December 1st to September 30th of the following year.
gotcha, okay,
Yeah, I'll be getting those numbers here within the next couple of weeks.
okay.
And if they're less than 58, I'll probably cry. But anyway,
Well, just,
so some of the savings, you know, I roughly put 2,600. I could see us saving 2,600 in salaries. One of the things Alan and I can't figure out is, so under education supply, our operating supplies that Alan and I put in the, or I put in the BSNA that I copied from Alan's spreadsheet. Operating supplies is supposed to be 14,500,
Yeah, and there were no education supplies at all.
and there were no education supplies at all. So I don't know where this 10,046 number came from in operating supplies, but what this should be is education supplies should be down. The 14,500 should be where operating supplies are. And then the operating supplies, and then the educational supplies should be zero, because we've never used that number.
Oh, so did it miss the placeholder and then the telephone?
Yeah. No, the
The
telephone
telephone's
is
zero.
blank, zero. Ebooks is, if you go right, the red number, that's ebooks.
Okay.
I know it's kind of hard to.
so did you just,
Telephone used to be just 911, right, Jennifer?
Yeah, but
And
that, now the Ring Central took care of that, we don't have to pay that anymore.
did you question Danielle to see if maybe there was a input error or where
No,
she
I'm
got
gonna
those
email- I'm
numbers?
gonna
Yeah,
email
okay.
her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing at one point when they carried it over to the,
Yeah,
something happened.
something happened. Was
Something
that
happened.
10,000 an upper,
There
the,
was nothing at all.
There was nothing in there.
There's no such number
No.
in the
well, I was gonna
spreadsheet
say
I put
from
together.
years past, was it
No.
an old number from, okay,
No, we have no
Yeah.
idea.
all right,
But that's 10,000 in savings, because that
Right.
was an extra 10,000 they had
That's
in
true.
there.
So it shouldn't be there, is what you're saying.
Right.
That had to make you happy when you found
It
that.
did. It actually, Alan can tell you, because I found it when Alan and I were meeting last week. I was like, whoa, just saved 10,000.
wow,
Ebooks, I put in, that would actually be more, because if we go with
oh, with the hoopla thing,
Yeah.
not the hoopla, the, yes,
Overdrive
overdrive,
Advantage, and if we invest at the 150,000
right.
range, then that would be an extra 8390.
Before you turn the page,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure or ask, do our salaries numbers still include an intern for the
Yes.
summer? Okay, so
Yes.
we're not losing that
No.
in that 2,600 savings.
Right.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
How
Alright.
are you saving $2,600? You
Well-
don't mind me asking.
So I haven't been having any library assistants pick up extra hours,
Oh, okay.
so. And there's some other.
And is that working for you?
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I put the RFID pads at the other service desk, the information desk and the children's desk. Because if we ever encounter a problem in the evening,
You've got the auto.
we can put a sign up. It's not great, and it would be an emergency use only, but we'd put a sign up saying, if you need us, please use our self-checks if you need.
Right.
We find nice verbiage, but, you know, they could go over to the information desk. The key is that we have to have 4 people in the building
Yeah.
for liability purposes, but
Mhm.
now that we have Mark, our evening maintenance,
Oh,
we can count him
We can
because
count
we couldn't
him, yeah.
count Bernardo.
right, because he wasn't
He wasn't
an
technically an employee of
yeah.
the city, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Now,
So,
relative to budgeting for next year, I got a question about this year. So, when we did the Fund 15, we said that through August, we're at 66.58%. Right? But our salaries are at 63.73%. Is that gonna track the same the rest of the year?
yeah.
Because we have those 2 months where we actually have 3 payrolls that we record,
That would be a
Right.
little.
we'll get another boost towards the end of
A
the year.
little bit. Mhm.
Oh, the November, April, okay.
Yeah, every 6 months.
Yeah, we get 2 a year.
The reason why I'm asking is that if we've got a difference of 3% between what we're paying in salaries through August and what August came in at as far as part of the year, and one of the things that we had said was an issue was, well, we would like to do more programming, but we don't have the staff.
Mhm.
And so kind of as a parking lot item, and we've talked about this in the past too, just like when we have an opportunity to provide more services and we can come up with the money to do it, let's start thinking about when we might want to plug another person in so that we can do more things. It isn't a matter of not having enough hours in the day, is it? As far as programming goes, is it more a matter of personnel power than people, than having place for them or others?
Yeah, I mean, because you can only ask, I mean, you can only do so much, librarian can only do so much programming.
Right.
Our children's librarians do pretty much as they can
Mm-hmm.
handle. But Laura, we have put Laura Manuelson over there, and Laura Manuelson supports them, and that has really helped out a lot. Because I didn't want them to burn out.
And what's her position?
Reference librarian. So,
So the reason for bringing it up is that if we have things like programming that continue to grow, we shouldn't have the status quo if we say, okay, let's go ahead and put in the budget for this because we want to go ahead and do this. And the net of it is going to be, we should be able to afford it because we're going to have savings in other places. You know?
yeah.
The personnel, there are notes from the personnel committee that we were going to be looking at a long-term staffing scenarios, you know,
Yeah.
for the future. And then we had like 2/3 of the personnel committee turnover in the past
Fresh ideas.
9 months. So
More energy.
we never got to that discussion, but it's on the agenda for the personnel committee too, to hopefully get through this evaluation process this year, and then we have a short list of things we will start to address as a, you know,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Moving on, the subscriptions, the 13,000 subscriptions is the,
Wall Street Journal. You're dropping
No,
New York.
Hoopla.
Somebody. Oh, Hoopla, okay.
Dropped Tupelo and picked up Overdrive.
but you know what, that should be 18,000.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
I found more money.
Yeah, I was
yeah, I was gonna say, I
shouldn't it
thought
be
that was,
more?
because when I looked at that,
I
I
just
was
filled
wondering.
our hole. We no longer have a hole.
So the
No.
13,000 really is an 18,000.
18,000.
That was the.
Oh, no, no.
No,
no.
Overdrive.
Nope, I'm wrong.
Okay.
Because 29,000 minus 8,
Oh,
minus 13,000. Okay. I have to figure that one out. Sorry.
Why is it 13,000?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So 29,000
We
was
talked about it.
including the
It was
Hoopla.
Hoopla out of
Yeah.
there at 18, and
Mhm.
Overdrive coming in at +5.
But
then-
Overdrive goes in the ebook section.
Yeah, and that's why it's
That's why it's
minus 80.
13.
But it'll still show up in the yellow that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but if it's
so the savings there really should be 18,000.
yeah,
because that's how much Hoopla costs us per year.
But the ebooks, you only have 2,700.
I don't know that we've
Is that right?
committed
The
to.
ebooks,
'Cause you're
ebooks
saving,
has,
you have it's budgeted at 1190 and you've got a saving 8390.
no, that's adding 8390. That'll cost us
It's a
more.
negative.
Oh,
It's a
oh,
negative,
never
yeah.
mind. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So it's gonna be close to 20,000,
Okay.
19.5 roughly. So there'll be, so this should be 18,000 in savings from subscriptions. I
Okay.
missed that, so that's good, that is
Yeah.
good. And then the last thing, Alan and I talked to Alan about this briefly tonight.
Thank you.
Moving the carpeting to Fund 16 in order to keep our fund balance from dropping too much. But it's only 20,000, maybe we don't care. That would be up to you guys if you wanted to pay the carpeting out of Fund 16 instead of out of Fund 15.
I don't know. I don't care. I mean, like, I care. I care. But I guess we trust where whatever you feel best. Yeah.
Okay.
If it.
We have two funds left.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
use them.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
So then if you move to the next, the only change on that would be if if we did add the carpeting to Fund 16, then it would make our total appropriations 81,000, and which would be 20,000.
Is everything in yellow on that one?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was inconsistent.
Okay.
I don't like budgeting.
I don't know.
I know I have to like budgeting.
That's what you got me here for.
Right. Because he likes it.
So anyway, that was just a thought. But, so I think basically what I'm saying is right now, everything is looking pretty good with the budget. The problem will be, Marie and I attended the
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 Common
Common
Council.
Council meeting when the mayor presented his recommended budget, and there's $1 million gap between revenues and expenses that that the finance committee and the alders have been tasked to fill. So I don't know,
Yeah, I know how $1 million can just sneak up on you, right?
so I don't know if that's gonna impact the library yet. I'm gonna fight that it doesn't. I go in front of the finance committee a week from tonight, so.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I just wanted to make a couple other comments that, yes, there is this $1 million gap, and I think probably except for Amanda and Jennifer, we are also all Franklin residents. So it is going to impact us as residents. I was at Finance Committee back in August, because they've canceled a few because they've been working on stuff. And then this Common Council meeting, and the tone definitely changes when they start talking about the budget this year. And they are asking, all departments and all the, everybody to just look at their budgets also, and to try to help deal with this. On September 29th, the Finance Committee is meeting, and because of our hard work over the past several years, we actually have a spot on the Finance Committee agenda.
Nice.
So if anybody is available at 5 p.m.,
What day?
I'm
Week from
looking,
tonight.
29.
Week from today.
so it is next Monday, okay. So Monday, the 29th, the Finance Committee meets somewhere in City Hall. Usually it's the hearing room, not the Common Council room, but it's, right on the first floor there. So if anybody wants to be there, we are on the agenda.
Do they
They don't, go ahead.
have a list on the agenda of like who comes when?
Like time-wise?
Not yet, but I'll have it by the end of the week.
Oh, the
So, like-
order?
Yeah.
Could you text me when we're coming up and I can? Okay.
Yeah.
It's it looked like library was first, but I
Oh.
don't know, like, because they listed the library first,
Mhm.
and they said these departments will be speaking, but I don't know if that'll translate to the agenda. But, yeah. I
It's
can
because
let
we have
you know.
several people show up and they just want us to leave.
But I can let you know, because they'll have to have the agenda out by the end of this week, so I will know by the end of this week.
There's a couple other, like, they'll have I wrote down that on October 7th, the Common Council is gonna present. I don't know if that's the budget, but then they also have a budget discussion and the public hearing, so we'll try to get those dates a little bit.
I think that October 7th date is the date that the Finance Committee presents its recommendations. to the
That's
Common
what it is.
Council,
Yes.
And then they've got the month to,
Yes, that is true. Okay, so there's a series of 4 meetings. In fact, I think tomorrow night's the first one, where they have a certain number of departments at each meeting. So the Finance Committee is meeting 4 times between tomorrow and October 1st. On October 7th, they will present their recommendations to the Common Council. So they are going to look at this gap, and they are going to be working at it over the course of the next week to present, hopefully, a balanced budget. And again, we are residents, and so I don't know what that could mean to about
Time's the
anything,
meeting
right?
start again?
5.
Okay.
I'm not sure about, the Common Council meetings start at 6?
6.
Yeah, but the Finance Committee will meet at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
After they present their recommendation to the Common Council, there's a series of discussion meetings and public hearings and that kind of thing. The Committee of the Whole meets, and then I don't know if there is an actual, a date where they're gonna vote on it. I didn't
The-
catch that, but.
The vote, you
Is it
mean that
this- That where they actually approve the budget.
that's the November 11th. So they have the public hearing followed immediately by the,
By the vote, okay,
so the public hearing will be like, usually they start that meeting earlier, so at 6.
okay,
And then at 6:30, they go, so they have the public hearing, and then immediately afterwards, they
yep.
vote on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike. Can you pass the cookies?
They did kind
They
of
look
halt
pretty
there.
good.
Didn't mean to hog him on this side. Sorry, Lauren.
Thank you.
So some of the ways the city is addressing this gap or looking at addressing this gap is staffing, looking at the fines and fees schedule and adjusting those things, and then something else where I can't read my own handwriting, so.
Down just in case anybody didn't get one.
But yeah, they already have plans in place to address some of it, but again, and I know Jennifer listed some of those in her report also. So, yeah, so that's that. So if you cannot make it to that meeting and you have anything, the finance committee meeting next week, and you have anything you specifically want, I don't know that they'll give us time to speak or if they have a public comment period. I can't remember how those meetings are run.
They have public.
They have public comment? Yeah, I can't remember if they ask each department though. We go every year and I can't remember. Anyways, if there's some information you would like Jennifer to have or anything that you want her to say, or if there, anything like that, just let her or I know. Are you planning on going? Okay, so any of us know if you think you can't be there and want to share something with us, so. All right.
I mean, all in all, unless we get hit pretty hard, it's not a bad budget.
And I think we're in a good position because we're not, asking for something above and beyond.
Yeah.
So I think our budget looks really good, so. Okay, any other questions or comments on the budget? Any other comments from you, Jennifer?
No.
Okay. Part of that discussion though was this information you had about the one overdrive. Did you
Yeah.
want to talk about that?
Yeah, we talked at the LDAC meeting in
Thanks.
first Thursday in September about, they did so basically what they did is Central Library, the selectors there who select the overdrive materials, did a test to see if they move some really popular titles that they did extra copies into Lucky Day, what would that do? And it did make a difference. Like, they have some really good
Yeah, it's pretty good
stats
data.
if you read, yeah. They had some pretty good data. And so we're kind of feeling good about doing this. I mean, from a financial standpoint, from a prudent financial
Mm-hmm.
look, it would be good to do this. I think Hoopla's unsustainable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
One of the things we talked about was that a good percentage of the extra money that we would put in would go to audiobooks, because that's what I don't know if there are stats in here. Audiobooks are a very large percentage of
Yeah.
the Hoopla downloads. So, they would put the majority of that extra money into audiobooks.
Audiobooks.
And then some into ebooks.
So then Central is gonna be managing the collection, we'll call it.
Yeah, so we talked about that because I talked about adding some people from suburbs. Right now, it's one person from Central and one person from Whitefish Bay. And some of the other libraries were talking about maybe adding one or two extra people that might
That's not
represent.
too big a group, and then you get a little bit more diversity
Mm-hmm.
there.
So I offered up my staff, it's not like it takes that much time, because I could tell you that the majority of what it would be us pretty much just purchasing the items with lots of holds, or lots of, the bestsellers.
And it sounds like they've got a good way to gather a lot of information for you to look at, so that'll make it easy.
The only thing that we wouldn't have is we have the music in Hoopla. So my daughter's gonna be really upset. But so we would lose that.
Is it stuff she can't get on Spotify or?
No, she can just go and play the whole.
Well, you bring up a good point, if
Barbies.
you're gonna be changing a service,
Yeah.
then you can let somebody know, we know that this is going away, but you can
Right.
find this stuff,
Right.
some other places,
Places
you
for
know.
free or?
For free.
Music
right.
is not. Music has been going down. There was somewhere I saw statistics on
Mhm.
Anyway.
on the formats or the.
So just to be clear though, like Hoopla, each library in the system had to make their own decision about Hoopla. And so with this, I always want to call it OneDrive because I was just looking at one. Overdrive. With Overdrive, do individual libraries have the option to not buy into this, or is it a decision that that MICFLIS is doing and we have to subscribe to it, or whatever the term is?
Well, yeah. I mean, most of the libraries that were present, we went around and voted, and
Sure.
most of us were.
Oh, I'm not saying it would be a
We're
question
we're
whether we
going
would,
to
but it's
add.
a different scenario, whereas we are subscribing to Hoopla, our library singly, whereas this is a system-wide
Right.
thing.
And
Okay. And we all contribute, and is the contribution or the subscription based on circulation, size of the community? Well, how is that determined? Like, are we paying?
circulation and size of the community. So we pay, if we use it more per capita, we're gonna pay more.
Does that like a
But,
year behind, like it goes?
I'd have to estimate.
Okay, yeah, how that works,
And if it
like,
gets to that point, can we limit it like we did with Hoopla? If all of a sudden the budget for it goes up real high?
Well, the budget will be what we set it to be.
Okay.
Like if.
But
we
you just
say-
said our costs will go up if people use it more?
No, that's how they determine how
The
much we
percentage.
pay, the percentage that we pay.
Okay.
but it would still be the same pot of money. So it would still be the 150,000, but Franklin's share right now is 8,000. But say our residents use it more than other residents, our cost could go up to 10,000.
And then what
Out of
Annie's
all of it.
asking
What I'm
is, can
saying
we
is-
say we don't want to pay more than 8,000, so can we cap it? Or
Yeah, like
it's-
we capped Hoopla
Hoopla.
from 6 to 4 to 4 to 2. No?
No,
Okay.
okay,
Because
yeah,
I mean, people can only check out 10 items in Overdrive.
okay.
There is still a limit. You can only have 10 items.
But we
Um,
can't as a library set a limit.
But as a
so,
library, it'd be hard
Yeah.
because it's not the same concept as Hoopla where.
Yeah,
Okay.
What about Lucky Day? What does that add to the cost? Or is that just,
part of the.
Oh, it would be a Lucky Day collection. So basically, these $150,000 worth of things that we'd be adding would be items that would not, there would be no waiting lists allowed on them. So if you go in,
You can't request it.
you can't request it. So if you go in,
and it's available, you
and it's
get it.
available,
It's
you
your
got it.
lucky day.
It is your lucky.
You're not just a numbers guy.
No,
So
Okay, so do we need to take action on, like,
Steve just wanted to gather the libraries, we did a tentative vote, and
Sure.
I voted for you guys and said, yes,
Okay.
we would want to go in on the 10,000.
okay.
On the 150,000.
Okay,
But it was not official.
okay.
So he wanted us to take it back to our boards and then come back at the October meeting and,
So do we need a motion?
Well, if you're bringing it back this way and we're making a decision as a group, I would say so, yeah.
Oh, wait.
And the agenda item actually is regarding Hoopla, not,
Yeah, that's
Overdrive.
what I just looked at.
yeah.
So never mind.
well, no, because you could still say
We are dropping
we're dropping
Hoopla,
Hoopla.
but
Oh,
that doesn't
okay.
And
address
then-
whether
Yes,
we're
again.
approving
And then next-
Overdrive. Oh, next,
next.
Okay, I make a motion, we drop Hoopla.
I second.
Okay, you can have that one.
Okay.
And then next month I can come back. I think more, I think I've got enough information.
Who's the second?
Me.
Okay.
All right. The motion is regarding dropping Hoopla. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstained? Motion carries. All right, and then if Steve actually, it sounds like if we are committing this money, which, would it come out of our materials money? Or is it?
For Overdrive, that's ebooks. That's why I
E-books,
added the
okay.
8,000. That's
I
why
mean,
added
we
the
don't
8,000.
necessarily approve every single purchase you make. So, but I think for a certain, how do the rest of you feel about this? Would you feel better if we,
we ought to
Approve
vote.
this.
It's a contractual,
yeah? Okay, can you bring it back next month
Yeah,
on the
it's not a
agenda?
problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep. Okay, I'm gonna make note of that. All right. We'll move on to discussion and possible action regarding fine-free libraries. This is old business.
That's Alan.
Old business.
I've got this one.
Yeah.
When we met, Jennifer and I, the purpose of the meeting was to determine where we could save enough money to be able to come to the city and propose going fine-free. And then, as we talked about it at our meeting, it came up that the city is saying we're $1 million short. And reading the room, it would tell me that this is not the time to bring that up. I would push this off for another year. Because I don't think it would go over well.
Another year or 2 months?
Well, because we'd be putting together a budget for another year, that's where we'd come in with the fine free and say, we think we should do this.
Well, let me throw some numbers at you.
Go for it.
Okay, so through the end of August, Fund 16, fines were $11,827. The difference between our revenues and expenses is a positive $11,662. So we're already money ahead. So if we even start out with saying, okay, we're gonna knock out, I don't know, what percent is children's books being fines versus adults? Because if it's a smaller amount, we can basically cover it with the difference between revenues and expenses in Fund 16.
It was somewhere between 8 and 10,000
For children's?
for the year
Okay.
in 2024.
Okay.
It was hard to get an exact number because that was including the items that were paid for at other libraries.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it wasn't including the stuff that gets paid for
For
here.
here, yeah.
So if our revenues versus expense, if we take the fines away and it's a net, we break even with all the other stuff that we have, it's a wash.
I
It's a
mean,
thought.
I feel like we have to be cognizant of the $1 million shortfall, but we still have to, we still have to do what we think is best for the library.
Mhm.
You know, and it's not like it's $100,000, it's $8,000 that we can offset. And I mean,
I can bring it up at the finance committee meeting.
I think we have a duty to do things that'll help our patrons.
I'm of the point of view you let somebody else bring it up. If this is the direction that we're going and we're talking about $8,000 versus $1 million, let's put it this way, they're not gonna find a big chunk of money with the library anyway.
Only if they close it.
Yeah, that would be smart. Right. So that was just my 2 cents. Is that, we can cover that based on just the way it's looking through 2/3 of the year and assuming that.
I guess I was worried after, especially after attending that meeting with Maria and
Yeah,
the somber
yeah.
Both.
mood. I was like, oh, because they're talking about they're reevaluating the fee structure for the city
Mhm.
and talking about raising a
Yeah,
lot of the fees. So I was like, oh,
what about delaying the suggestion or the discussion or until after the budget process?
Yeah, that's why I said 2 months.
Yeah, the 2 months. Okay, that's what I thought you were getting at. So, so do we want to get on the finance committee agenda for December or January? Is that what you were thinking? And bring this up to the city, or just not even?
Why do we need to bring it up to the city?
I know, it's
I
our
don't
revenue
understand.
It's
stream.
our, yeah.
We're part of the city.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're an independent board and we're running the library. Why do we have to bring it up to the city?
The
We're
city
cutting
gives us
hoopla.
$1.5 million
Right.
of
Yeah,
our budget.
But look at what we give them. I mean, it's not like they're,
A gift.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, we give them a lot. And we're, setting out shoestrings on programming and stuff and staffing. How much are we saving on Hoopla?
18,000.
I mean, I don't know.
Do we want to set, January is that what you were thinking? January of 2026?
When's the budget done?
November
November?
11.
There you go. November.
Now, to Annie's point, we just make a decision as to whether we're gonna get rid of it or not. I don't know that we need to go
Yeah, why do we
do
have to tell
anything
the
to the
city?
city. We make
Yeah.
personnel decisions and all sorts of other stuff. We don't go to the city every time we save money, spend money. That's our job,
Right.
is to manage that.
I am opposed to dropping fees.
Okay.
I think we're talking about children in particular, and a whole lot of people are, in society as I see it, are very entitled. And we're not helping them to take responsibility for renewing the books on time, and they can do it under computers. It's easy to renew, you don't have to pay fines, but you must actually do something to avoid the fine. And if people are paying all these fines, they're not taking responsibility. And so I have no reservations about continuing fines.
Yeah.
We've tabled this for many months, and we're hoping to get this done and over with at this meeting.
Well,
but
we can bring it up
we
to a
can
vote.
Bring it up to
It
a
could be
vote.
like 7-1.
8-1. No,
Absolutely.
oh, that's
8-1.
right, Jason's side.
I mean, I'm comfortable with tabling it until after the budget. I'm not
Budget.
talking January, I'm talking
Like,
the November meeting.
okay.
But although I still don't understand why we have to justify, we're talking about $8,000.
I think,
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean,
It's a principle.
the principal
That-
to the city or the principal, I mean, I understand your opinion,
Yeah,
but do you think it's the principal?
it came up the last time we were at the budget committee meeting that the mayor said, I hear you guys are talking about dropping fines. And he made it crystal clear, he was not in favor of that at all.
Fine.
And he does have a big say in our budget.
Yep.
So,
He can take the $8,000 out of the budget. He can take $8,000 away.
yeah.
Right, if we're gonna be nitpicky about it,
Mhm.
you know? But he also, at our volunteer breakfast, got in front of everybody and basically told everyone about the wonderful job the library is doing and how we have a really great working relationship with the library and things like that. And, you know, so, yeah, you want to have the city on your side, but we need to make objective decisions too.
Right, right.
Well, if this was something that came up in the other order about him making that remarks about what the library does, and then the $8,000 comes up, then, you know, it makes a difference in
Mhm.
how it appears to the, well, maybe even to the public.
He-
So,
When he made that comment also, he didn't say you better not do that. He just says, I'm against it. So I would agree with Mike, we could make the decision and do it.
And we just need to know why we're doing it. We
Yeah.
just need to have our
Well, and
justification.
then have everything there saying, you know what, we're being fiscally responsible while we're doing this as well,
Right.
right? So it's both being, I'll call it ethical as well as being, you know.
Prudent.
Right, good stewards.
Okay.
and everybody's been informed, so
Right.
already, so, but
Yeah.
however it goes.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know that we need to table it. We could just vote on it, or we could just
Yeah.
move on it if we wanted.
I think Chris should make the motion.
Are we just voting, is it just the children's?
Yeah.
I think that's a good way
I
to
just
start.
wanna make sure we're being clear on that one.
Right.
Okay.
And were we including young adult in that, I guess?
That's
Are
what.
you
that-
thinking,
Yeah, I guess we better be clear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to think, in my head about that. Cause children's encompass, you have to be very. clear
Did you find out if that amount for the fines included young adults, or was the young adults a separate category? I can't remember that. That's the statistics, I think. Do they include young adult and children's fines, or
I
are
think
they
so.
Okay. Well. we
young
should-
adult is a pretty small percentage of
Yeah,
our
a fine, yeah.
circulation, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a smaller percentage of our
Anyways,
fines.
I'd say stick
I was
with
actually
this.
surprised children's wasn't more than it was, cause I always feel like that's where we get a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
fine revenue. but-
All right, well, do I have a motion for,
Let's make a motion to vote today on fine free for children's and young adults
starting,
today.
oh, starting
I don't know.
immediately.
I don't know when,
Okay, I just, I.
With a
very
date to be
clear.
determined.
yeah.
Oh, okay, by whom?
Can we do it with a date to be determined? Are we able to do it that way without an official date?
October 1st.
Okay,
Okay. Maybe just
Does that work? Chris?
October 1st.
did you get that, Annie?
I'll second it.
I'm just making sure she
Yeah,
got the
I'm
wording.
trying to,
Yep. I see her scribbling, and then Mike seconds.
Can I just ask Jennifer, is that as easy as it sounds? Just literally
Right.
stopping the process of fines? Do you need more than a week?
No, that's not, I mean, it would just stop immediately. There still would, I guess then the board has to decide what we do with the fines that are currently on there.
Hmm.
That are what?
That's a good
Currently.
question. Yeah.
The fines that are currently
Pending.
on cards.
Right.
Well,
So
that's
there's a little more
before
information
we
I
get
might need to get.
dispensation.
What's our policy on fine collection if it's late?
Days.
How long do we
She
give
told us.
people?
To pay?
Oh,
Till they come back.
till they pay.
As long
6
as they're under
years. I
5
mean,
And
bucks.
they have the holds
Anything
though,
over-
right now, there's still that, right, it's how many days, what did you explain? How many days, and then there's like, there's a hold, right, you can't, check out anything, correct, am I
Right.
getting that right? Am
I think
right?
it's an amount.
Under $5, right?
10.
Oh.
They raised it to 10.
So there would be also recalibrating of that system, correct? Cause
Yeah.
if you would have,
Is there a way to
Maybe,
say like any materials checked out starting October 1st would be fine free?
That's a good way of putting it.
Rather, say, I don't know how the system works though. See, I don't know if that can be done in the system, but would that be a possibility? That anything checked out starting October 1st would be fine free? I don't know. Is that possible?
it is possible, but then we're gonna have people who have fines on their cards on September 29th. They're gonna come in.
Do we implement January 1st?
That would give me more time to get my ducks in a row, but it's up to you.
Do you have to contact Central Library and let them know how this whole thing is working so that they know, they can set it up as which libraries when they're collecting the money?
No.
Whether it is money for Franklin
It's all
to be
through,
collected?
it's all
It-
through Mickless.
Okay.
So, January 1st?
January.
Do you want to amend your,
I will amend to January
Motion.
1st.
That would give me that would give us time to like
Okay.
get,
Figure it out.
cause there's gonna be, there'll probably be some other
January 1st,
information.
2026. Holy macro.
if I would ask you to read that motion again, would you be able to do it, Annie?
Well, I usually make things up when I'm typing the minutes.
I understand. That's why I asked.
Zaz.
Right.
Didn't we make that
Put words
a
in.
policy many years ago?
What's that?
That's what she said.
Yes, yes. I don't know. So just so everybody understands what the motion is. Do you want to
That-
read the gist of it or?
That CD motion for fine-free library for YA and children's materials beginning January 1st, 2026, second by MK.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstained?
I will oppose it.
Okay. Alan
I took a
opposes.
stand.
You did.
One more comment. I did
Yeah.
ask the mayor at the breakfast whether or not he listens to all these tapes. He said no. So you really, if we just be quiet about this.
Now he's gonna listen to it.
Number one, you didn't ask
He
him.
just told me.
What?
You didn't ask him.
Yes, I did.
Now he's gonna listen
And you
to
believed his
it.
answer.
Hi,
I believed
John.
it.
All right. All right. I am glad that this issue is finally settled on this
Almost.
board.
Almost.
Almost.
I
So
have to bring the
thank you.
circulation policy back to you guys now. Because
Oh.
change the circulation.
Oh, that,
policy.
well, that'll be
So,
next month's
yeah.
policy.
So we'll do-
But
yeah.
today, we are going to look at the meeting room policy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So remember last
I
month,
saw more red.
yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we made some,
We made
we
changes.
we made suggestions, or there was something last month. But the first thing in red is the nonprofit statement, and I don't think any of us had an issue with that. On page 28 is just about a little bit more specific about the payment. And then it's page 29
Yeah, there's a lot.
where there were some major changes.
So I did, Carrie had not gotten back to me about this at the last meeting, so we
Okay.
finally had a chance to talk about it. But, and one of the things she brought up is she does want the rental fees paid before they come, because she said so many times on a Monday when she's trying to get the room ready for groups, and then they're trying to pay her. or they come, a person will come from the group and say, well, I need to get into the room, but so-and-so's bringing the check.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, so she would like to see it paid before.
Perfect.
Mhm. So I
Good.
added that from last
That was
month.
at 24 hours. a day?
24 hours,
Yeah.
okay. And, okay. Then the cancellation is in there also.
And
And the other thing Carrie and I talked about is she really wants to see Andy streamline the procedure. So that's why you see a lot of this without any replacement, because we just want to streamline it. We want everybody to go through the computer.
Gotcha.
Instead of having computer applications and paper applications, we just want everything to go through local hop. That's why we pay for local hop.
Right.
Everything
Yeah.
will go through local hop,
Right.
even if the librarian has
To do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a
makes
good
sense.
idea.
Yep.
And that
Okay.
way we can get rid of the meeting room form.
Right. So if I want to reserve a room and I go to local hop and I type in September 22nd, Sievert room, is it going to say unavailable? Is that a function?
Yeah,
Or
there's a calendar.
there's a calendar. Okay, perfect. All right. And then the statement about the ones that owe a balance won't be able to schedule. Does that need to be there if they're paying in advance? How can a group have a balance if they had to pay in advance?
Right.
If they
Stay within
cancel,
24 hours.
if they
Oh,
cancel,
if they cancel.
yeah,
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. So let's just,
Presumably they should have paid by then. I
Well,
don't think
that's
the
true,
extra
too.
verbiage is unnecessary. It's fine, but I think it is unnecessary.
okay,
I mean,
But it
it's-
also makes it clear as,
right. It
Right.
just
just
You
in
know,
case.
just do it.
somehow.
Just pay,
Right,
and you're not
right.
getting it back.
Right, and if you don't pay,
Yeah.
you won't be able to schedule. Okay.
So I'll make a
Looks
motion
good.
to approve the amended policy for
Second.
meetings. Okay.
Okay, that was Mike and Lauren. Any other questions about any other parts of that? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed or abstained? Okay, motion carries. Oops, oh goodness. And Lauren. Okay. Jason is not here. I didn't necessarily receive a update from him, so that's.
just said he's
But
not
he's-
here because he's
'cause
working on the
he's-
budget.
Jason's on the finance committee, so, yeah, he's very tied up at this time of the year. So, okay, next agenda item is the update on the Franklin Public Schools relating to the library.
sure, I don't really have any official updates for you
Yeah.
at this time, it's just welcome back to school and
Yes.
very busy.
Yeah,
We're trying to get back in the swing.
yeah, how's
I
it
see.
going?
Good, I mean, I'd say we're, routines established pretty quickly, but it has been pretty a busy start to the school year.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
all right. Looks good, 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 good. Well, obviously, anything we can do to support the staff there, always, right? And then, I was at, the next agenda item is, actually the Personnel Committee. Okay, so we just met right before this meeting. We, looked over the evaluation forms and we set up a timeline for the evaluation process. And we selected a new meeting date. So we are rolling ahead with the evaluation process this year. Evaluation forms for Jennifer will come out mid-November. So that's that. And then I kind of gave my report during the budget part of this discussion earlier. So I have nothing to add for that. And so we'll move on to agenda item 12, Jennifer's report.
I don't want to go over too much because most of the stuff you had a chance to read, unless you have any questions on it. Because I wanted to talk about something that's not in here.
Well, I gotta ask something about the solar bill.
Yeah.
Because if we look at our electric bills, they're usually in the neighborhood of $5,000, and here it says August came in almost 5,000 less than the
Yeah.
prior year August.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did the prior year August have two bills being paid in it or something?
Oh, you mean, so it should have been 0?
Yeah.
No, because
kind
when I
of.
keep my spreadsheet, I do it by month. So it
Oh,
was,
so it's off of your spreadsheet?
it's off of my spreadsheet,
Not
not
the
the city.
financials? Good.
Yeah.
Then that makes
Every,
sense.
when I approve a utility
So-
payment, I keep a spreadsheet, so I know exactly how much.
The correct numbers.
Yeah.
What are the, I guess I could wait for the foundation. I'll wait.
Okay. The lights, they're
Yeah,
gonna
you
fix
still-
the lights, yeah. They've assured me they're gonna fix the lights. The other thing that's gonna be coming up is our parking lot lights. So Joe, the old Joe 1.0, classic Joe, he was the only one who knew how to change the light timer in the parking lot, and he's gone. He's in Washington State.
What about the
Joe-
company that installed them?
Well, it was 25 years ago.
What's your point?
Yeah, so there is a way to manually turn them on and off. But new Joe is getting quotes for automating it, like
Like when it gets
photovoltaic or.
dark.
Yes, not by time, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
We're gonna bring it up to 2025.
yeah. So he's getting quotes for me, and I just want to let you know that's coming, which is another reason why I thought, well, maybe we should like move the carpet to Fund 16 so we can. But anyway, so I'm getting quotes for
Okay.
that, just so you're aware.
okay.
And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was I met last week, and I forgot to put this in here, sorry, because it was kind of a big thing. My apologies, last week was crazy. I met with the mayor and Dawn, who started the Oak Creek Farmers Market, Lori, who was on the Environmental Commission. It was a phone meeting, so I was kind of having a hard time hearing. Michelle Eichman and Mayor Nelson. So I was on speakerphone. Because they want to, Dawn is trying to, she would love to see Franklin host a farmer's market. She no longer works with the Oak Creek Farmers Market. I think last year was her last year. But during her tenure, the Oak Creek Farmers Market brought in 1.5 million people and 5 million in sales over 7 years. She has a great relationship with some farmers that evidently aren't doing the Oak Creek Farmers Market anymore and are looking for a new home. So you're looking at probably 40 to 70 vendors we might have.
Mhm.
And as far as the location, she really likes the library parking lot.
What would it work out so that, when the library is gonna be closed for the summer, that's when we do it? Not any earlier?
I asked that, but it would be 27 weeks and on a Saturday morning. That's when the farmers that she works with, that's the specific time slot that they are looking for,
Mhm.
Saturday mornings.
Morning, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
to noon?
No.
How many vendors?
She said anywhere 40 to 70 vendors.
Depending on how
So-
big their thing is,
Mhm.
when I go to the market in Madison, it wraps around the Capitol.
Mhm.
And probably on one side you might have 15 or 20. So now you're talking about almost a little bit more than halfway around it. We don't have that kind of space.
Well, they're
Not
also
if the
talking.
library's
They're
open.
also talking about potentially spreading out into the park across the street and closing off Schluter.
Mm.
Did she say how many vendors go to the Oak Creek one? So I can picture the size of that
I was
in
just
town.
there on Saturday actually, and they have, I don't think it's gonna be as big as you think it's gonna be, because they do like, vendors on each side.
Oh,
So it's
sure,
around
back
the
to back.
square, but they have them like on each side, so there's just a walkway in between.
So I might have a vendor over here and a vendor over there.
Right, and just
Okay.
room to walk in between, and then there's like another aisle, so
Yeah, that makes a difference.
I don't think it would take up as much room as we think. I think we could probably maybe push them to the back half of the parking lot, I mean, it would be,
Which is what
Mhm.
the mayor was thinking.
yeah, I definitely think it would be worth looking into, cause it would be a great asset to the community.
Yeah.
Well, she talked about how she's looked at, because she scoped out Franklin,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and she was talking about what they're looking for. So they're looking for a place that's kind of centrally located, it has a lot of concrete.
Mhm.
Right,
The schools was kind of out of the running just because there's a lot of activities there on the weekends, so they,
Well, access to this place is a lot easier too.
yeah.
right.
I mean, you got a couple of ways you can.
So
come in.
she was really pushing the mayor. Now, one of the reasons why it may not work out is because it took 6 years for the Oak Creek Farmers Market to get self-sustaining. So for
Mm.
6 years, Oak Creek was putting
$10 towards it?
dollars and staffing towards it.
Well, how are they running it?
Yeah, like what kind?
And the reason why I bring that up is that, let's say you go to a conference, if somebody has a booth, they pay a fee.
Mhm.
You have a bigger booth, you pay a bigger fee, right? And so it pays for it. So to say that we're gonna have a farmer's market where the farmers come and then we pay so that they can go ahead and sell their stuff,
Yeah, right.
that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know exactly where, and I'd have to talk to the mayor, but I
Okay.
think it was more in like the advertising, I don't know exactly
I mean,
what
they would
it
have to have
was that-
DPW set up
DP
garbage
that was definitely
cans
safety and security.
Put the barricades out. I mean, that's, I'm just thinking what would cost the city money.
So she said
But
considerations for the
Shouldn't
farmers
the fees of the
market.
booths cover that? You know?
The considerations were good location, which she felt the library was a great location for it, city support, DPW work, safety like claw barricades, etc., staff and volunteers, marketing and sponsorships.
Well, we should be able to
possible.
get,
Yeah.
I mean, if they did it in Oak Creek for so many years, they should have all the numbers on, well, it costs this much for these different things. So you got a ballpark number of
Mm-hmm.
effort.
So they're not doing it in Oak Creek anymore?
They are, but it
think
sounds
It's
like it's
huge.
Is it still
It's-
huge or
yeah,
did it?
Yeah.
It was big.
They shut down the Drexel Town Square every
Yeah.
Saturday, and
Yeah.
it seems like there's a good turnout.
Have you gone this year?
I was
No,
there,
but
I was actually delivering flowers right around there to like that old age place, and it was packed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was, so is this, maybe we should also look into, is this like a splinter group? Is there,
Well, and is she like,
is there an
Does she
issue
know-
that we should know about?
Yeah.
does she
Good point.
know I mean, does she just have a verbal commitment from these vendors that they're gonna leave? Yeah, anyways, it's not really the board's problem,
It's
but we
not-
have to
yeah.
decide whether we want
It
half of our
basically,
parking lot or
yeah.
more taken up on a Saturday when we open at
Mhm.
9.
Yeah, because the farmer's market, she said the ideal, because the farmers will be coming up from the Illinois
Mm-hmm.
border, so 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. would be the ideal time, because I said 8 to noon.
Which means 8
Um,
to 2 by the time they set up and get out of here.
But they get out pretty quick.
Do they
though.
get
They're
out
pretty
quick?
fast.
Okay.
Yeah,
They've
don't
got
mess
it down.
around.
Okay, all right.
But the board's input
Yeah,
would be appreciated as far
Sure.
as, is this something
that
we
we're
would
will-
consider? The city, if it's a lot of money or manpower needed, the city may.
Yeah. So what are our gate counts on a Saturday morning during the summer? That would be one question. That would help
We
us
can-
decide how much of our parking lot is used really.
I could tell you that it usually doesn't
Like-
start
I mean, good.
getting
I was
really
thinking the same
busy
thing,
until
but I'll let you
later.
go first. That way you can pick which one you want.
Okay. I mean, I'd be curious to know because
But
if
that
we
is
have,
a good question.
You know, another thing, even coming here tonight,
yeah,
look at all the cars that are in the parking lot for all the sports that's going on
I
over
know.
here. I mean, so already we're
I
losing
know.
spaces for patrons.
and
In
on
the library
Saturday
parking
morning,
lot.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
Every
Yes.
morning, the pickleball courts take up a good chunk of our parking spots.
And during the summer, are they doing soccer, they do soccer
That probably
classes.
solve
And that, you know, that sometimes, or baseball, I don't
And you
know.
know, so there's,
Racket.
we're getting this creep,
Yes,
so
Yes, for
no
sure.
different than Target on 43rd Street saying, no, you can't park here and then walk to the brewery.
right, yeah.
Right, so, not that we're gonna tow you away, but
But, yeah,
these,
at
these
least it's
places over here are
posted.
the only places where you can park if you're gonna be doing that, and then when those are full, sorry.
You know, so on Saturday mornings
They
is
don't
our
put up
parking
signs,
lot.
no parking along the roadway,
Yeah.
right? And then if that's gonna be closed off, where are those people gonna park? Then they're gonna have to park like
You can
up
park in
over-
City Hall's parking lot.
City Hall has
That's
that
what they were
back-
Well,
talking
and
about,
then
they're
there's
talking about-
also, like by the tennis courts over there, where they can go in.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
then
other part of
You just
Legend
have to walk
Park.
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I mean, that would be something we could post for library patrons only. Because honestly, people coming to the farmer's market will want to park in our lot. Also, yeah. And we really, if we're gonna be open,
Right.
our
I think we
patrons
need to
should be.
keep the,
Yeah.
that first row along the library open.
Oh,
Well, and we can
then
direct
more,
people
yeah.
to park in the City Hall parking lot.
Cause
Yeah,
they've got the
this
front
farmer's
and the
market,
back,
they
they've
can
got the
walk.
front and the back parking lot,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
Okay.
so.
Well, I would say, you know, it's wonderful that they are, you know, that you are part of this discussion off the bat, so that
Yeah.
you can take some of these, you know.
Well, my idea was a Sunday,
Yes.
one, because we're
at least for
closed.
yeah.
At least for a good chunk of the.
And why do they
Season
not
really
want to do
closed.
Sundays because of the feedback from the farmers
Because the farmers are committed.
on Sundays
I
to
bet
other.
turnout is pretty bad on a Sunday with church. and stuff.
Greenfield has theirs on Sunday, but I'm not sure where or what time, like is it in the afternoon?
No, I thought it was.
I don't know. I could see from the farmers wanting to say.
The other,
Right.
she said Greendale has a Saturday small farmers market. She doesn't think it would compete that much with ours because it's a pretty small.
And Oak
one.
Creek's is
It's really
Saturday
small.
also.
Oak
Yeah.
Creek's is big.
Oak Creek's is Saturday.
I know
Can we-
Greendale does it
Is there any way
Saturday.
we can find out if there's like a reason?
I'm meeting with the Oak Creek Library Director tomorrow.
Just to see if.
Do they kind of run it in
No.
Oak Creek?
No,
The
but their library is also in
Finger
Yeah,
out the
Drexel
wall.
right
Town
there.
Square, so
Yeah.
it
They gotta know.
Yeah, it's right there.
affects them.
Yeah, and ask them if it affects their parking lot.
Well, see,
Because-
they've got, yeah, I'll talk to her about
Because
it.
Yeah.
that's right behind.
Yeah.
It's just coincidence that I'm meeting with her, not because of this. But,
Okay.
All right.
No such thing as
So.
coincidence.
anyway,
Meant to
that's,
be.
that was one thing I wanted to bring up,
Okay.
just to give you a heads
Oh,
up.
thank you.
And get your pulse, get a pulse on what you're thinking.
Okay. All right. Anything else with your report? Anything major with the at a glance or?
So the at a glance, which I handed out.
Yep.
It's so funny because the stats are just really, really, really close to last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like some of them are a little bit less and some of them are a
Or a
little
little
bit
bit more. Yeah.
more. But just really close to last year's numbers, which is kind of interesting. The one thing that I sent an email out today to make sure that the librarians are making sure they put, when somebody books a study room, that they're putting that, if somebody comes in the day of, to make sure they're putting that in there, just because we had like 20 less uses of study rooms this month than last month.
In
They come in
August.
here. They're
Yeah.
full. Or there's,
Yeah.
you know, half of them at least are used.
So I just sent a reminder saying, please make sure that you're putting in
Okay.
all uses of the study rooms in the calendar. And then locker holds were really good, so that's it. Locker holds were
Excellent.
really, really, there have been times when we actually had somebody that we had to,
Like make them come into the library.
they have to
or
come in and
hold it
get
off?
their holds off the hold shelf because they weren't picking their stuff up out of the lockers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they've been told several times. And
Good for
we
you.
just don't have enough lockers to hold somebody's stuff,
For, yeah.
Yeah.
so.
Good deal. Any questions for Jennifer about anything? All right. Annie, Foundation.
Okay. The literary event featuring Nick Petrie is this Thursday. I hope you all are coming. It should be a very nice evening. Or if you know somebody who might be interested, please let them know because our numbers are not as strong
Yeah,
as.
numbers are not as strong as
Yeah.
we would like
Yeah.
to see.
So. if you
What
know
is
anybody who might be
the, like,
Nick Petrie?
no, I'm sorry. What is like the maximum amount of tickets you can sell for it?
100.
Okay.
100.
And what are you at?
Oh, we're hoping to be up to 50.
Oh, okay.
So tell
Yeah.
your friends, tell your neighbors.
And that's one again, when?
Thursday
This
at-
coming Thursday?
at 6 o'clock. And it's like heavy appetizers, there's
It's-
bar.
It's
a nice
basically a
evening.
dinner.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, what you get is basically a dinner.
yeah, it's a nice evening. And then we have the boutique and thrift sale, the holiday boutique and thrift sale, November 7th through the 9th.
It's great verbiage.
Holiday bake sale is coming up on December 13th. And one thing I wanted to touch on that we discussed is that Dennis, who is a huge proponent of the library, and I'm sure you all know
Mhm.
that, got word that somebody was going to be leaving a sizable donation to the library. And his concern was that it not go directly to the library, but to the foundation, so that it doesn't come into the library's bottom
Absolutely.
line.
Right.
And is working with the city attorney, drafting a letter to direct those things to the foundation as opposed to the library itself. So I just wanted you guys all to be aware of that's happening. If you have any questions or
The
concerns about that,
foundation is 501c3.
yes,
Right.
yeah.
You know, there are so many we all get them. If
Yeah.
you want to put in your will, donate to,
Right.
you know, blah, blah, blah. Could there be a place where the library foundation could add that to the website or to somewhere
We
where
do.
people are aware of that
It's
more?
in like
We
our,
do.
It's in our,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's in
okay.
yeah,
All right,
and that's all I have.
wonderful.
Just, yeah. Tell everybody to buy a ticket for the next.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so our next meeting, so our next trustees, I'm sorry, our next personnel committee meeting will be December 8th at 5:30 p.m.
Sievert?
Sure. And then our next meeting is October 27th at 6. Is there anyone that knows at this time that they will not be there for that one? Jennifer, do you have the list of meeting dates handy?
For the
Like
rest of
for
the
the
year?
rest of the year?
In my head.
Grab your phone and
Yeah.
Okay,
the fourth
It's the
Monday.
fourth Monday.
No, I know, but are we meeting December 22nd? Or did we, I don't think
Yes.
we are. We didn't
Yeah,
move that
because-
because it's too early if we
Because
meet the
December
15th.
15th, I wouldn't even
Have-
have any of the numbers.
That's what I remember too, but I just wanted to confirm
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Alan, and that was 7:15.
Good.